Hello and welcome to Community Cooking. I'm your host, Kirk Leins. In our kitchen today is a familiar face. With me is Sarada Neelakantan.
Hi, Kirk.
Hi, Sarada. How are you?
Good, good.
Now, as you know, I'm sure today you are going to make something amazing like you always do. And I see this bevy of legumes and vegetables and herbs and spices. So where do we start?
Okay, so we are going to start with the rice.
Okay.
Everybody knows how to cook rice, but it's a traditional Indian old style of cooking rice.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Maybe not everybody knows how to cook rice, right?
Maybe not this way.
Yeah, okay. I know, because I know you have an interesting way. We spoke a little before the show. So what do we do?
Okay, so what we do is I already pre-washed the rice.
Okay, so you washed it and drained it.
Yes, and you can use any rice. You can use brown rice or white rice, any kind of rice.
Is this basmati or what is this?
It's called a Sona Masuri rice.
Okay.
It's one kind of white rice.
Because it's a little bit shorter grain than basmati, right?
Than basmati.
Okay.
And then what I'm having is in the pot behind me, I have excess water.
Okay.
So usually, you take 1 cup of rice with 2 cups of water.
Or somewhere in there, anywhere between 1 and 8. Right.
Yeah.
It's almost a 2-to-1 ratio.
Yeah.
Right.
And you put it in a cooker and you forget about it.
Right.
But this one, you cook it like spaghetti.
Okay.
You cook it with excess water.
Okay.
And then you drain that water.
All right. So now, I didn't know this. So yes, you are educating, because I had no idea that this is even. I would never have done it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it's like, no, you put exactly how much you need, and then it steams up, and you're good.
Yes.
So you're using excess amount of water.
Excess amount of water.
And you drain it afterwards.
I drain it
and
afterwards.
What's the benefit in that?
That way, half the starch of the rice is gone.
Okay, and so
that,
doesn't stick together as much as individual.
No, it won't stick that much together.
Right, the grains become more individual.
More individual,
okay.
And then this drained starch, we call it kanji. Or chach in North India, and you can use it like if you have irritable bowel syndrome, you can drink that.
Okay.
You can use it for as a hydration, like if you have fever, cold or cough. Instead of using Gatorade and other commercial products, you can use this.
Right.
You can add a little milk, little palm sugar, jazz it up, or a little buttermilk or salt.
This is by far the coolest thing I've learned all day.
Oh,
that is
thank
awesome.
you.
And see, I mean, that's when you're talking about like cultures, civilizations that are like thousands of years old. I mean, I had no idea.
And the interesting fact is, in India, they did a study that why is there epidemic of diabetes now rising in urban folks.
Right.
And they found out that they are cooking in the rice cookers and they're not using the traditional way. And that has caused the spike in the sugar. Because they are rice culture, there are a lot of them eat rice.
Should we get that in?
Yes.
Great. So really, that they actually can correlate it to that?
Yes, they did the study and they did the research. So I'm going to add a couple of cups of rice with excess amount of water.
And I guess it doesn't matter how much excess, that all is determined on how much you want to drink later, right?
Yes.
There you
and
go.
Then I'm just going to mix it up, and during commercial breaks when we are watching TV, we can come and a couple of times.
Okay, so unlike rice where you made what I know is the traditional way where you just let it sit.
Right.
This you actually want to stir.
Yes.
Like pasta.
Yes.
Like you said.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay. What's next?
Next is I'm going to make pumpkin stew, pumpkin lentil stew.
Okay.
So I'm just going to, we just need to dice the pumpkin. I have some of.
Great.
We can use pumpkin or butternut squash.
Okay.
And then you just chop the bell pepper. You can add any color bell pepper to it.
All right.
And then we can put a little bit of turmeric. I have my spice rack back.
Of course you do. You're the coolest thing. I love this. You better watch this because I might take it from you. I just love this. That is so awesome. Okay, so there's your turmeric.
This is my turmeric. I'll add to it.
Okay.
To dice bell pepper and pumpkin.
Okay.
And then add some water and let it cook.
That's it.
That's it. Let it cook. So
it's turmeric, pumpkin, bell pepper, and water? Really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And where is that cooking? Is that cooking like just on a stovetop in a pot? Or?
Yeah, in a pot you can cook it.
Okay.
So I have it some pre-cooked.
Oh, great.
because Indian cooking takes 2 hours.
This
so,
is true. Okay, so I'm
I
trying
have
to see where
to
this
fast forward.
That's a very that's a very like hard squash, hard gourd, I should say. So we're talking that it takes a couple hours to cook down.
No, not really. It takes only 40-45 minutes.
But we don't have 40-45 minutes.
Yeah. So
and then this is what you get.
This is what I get.
Okay.
So I have this. Another thing we need is lentils.
Okay.
So I'm using yellow lentils.
Okay.
And you can find it in nowadays you get it
anywhere. Sure.
And this one too, rinse and drain, which I have. And this one you add a little turmeric.
Okay.
And water. We can add some water.
Okay. And what are we looking at? About 1 to 1 or?
A little over. What I do is my finger measurement. I just do like this. I pour water towards my first line.
Oh, okay.
And then this
one.
one.
So you put your finger on top of the rice.
On top of the lentil.
On top of the lentils, I mean.
Yeah.
And then if the water level needs to come to the first crease, your first digit. Okay.
Yeah. So I do. This one you can cook it in a rice cooker.
Okay.
The reason why I put it in a separate bowl is you don't want it messy, with the turmeric and the lentil. After it cooks, it will become all messy.
Right,
so
very
if you
yellow,
put it in
right,
a separate container, you don't have to do too much cleanup.
I got you. Okay, that makes sense. All right.
So that one too, I have it ready. I have cooked
and it becomes like a lentil mash almost.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then what we will do is we will add the cooked lentils to this.
Okay.
But before that, we will make special spice,
Okay.
Special masala for it.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll move it a little bit. I can move all this here. Thank you.
Sure. Okay, and what spices are we using?
We are going to use red chili.
Okay, they're there.
And we are going to use cumin.
Cumin seed.
Cumin seeds, mustard seeds.
Black mustard seed.
There's another dal called chana dal.
Okay.
And this is urad dal.
Okay.
And this is fenugreek seeds.
Fenugreek.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we will add. We can get the stove now and start on the stove.
Sure. All right. Just so happen to have an extra stove here for you.
Nice. I'll keep it here.
That's down. There we go.
Okay, thank you.
You are very welcome.
So I'm going to use this small.
Oh, we're going to toast some spices, aren't we?
But I won't go all the way. I don't want you to cough and I'll just show a little.
This is my favorite part of Indian cooking because I think that, this is the practical purpose behind this is to sort of let these seasonings bloom.
Yes.
Right? And they've been sitting there who knows for how long in a cupboard or on a store shelf. And this just kind of brings out those flavors that have been lying dormant.
Yes.
And are you using coconut oil?
I'm using coconut oil.
Delicious, healthy stuff?
Yes. So I'm just going to use a teaspoon or two and then just add a teaspoon of chana dal.
Okay.
I can add actually a couple of more teaspoons. Chana dal you can add a lot
you can
more.
never add too much dal, right?
Yeah. But I'll add 1 spoon of, maybe I'll lower it a little bit.
That cumin just becomes so, my gosh, already. Oh, yes.
Kirk, can we lower
absolutely.
it? Yeah.
Like
there you go.
Better?
Okay, better. And then I have some urad dal, some fenugreek, and then I will add the red chili,
Right, and for anybody who doesn't know where to find fenugreek or chana dal, any Indian sweets
grocery,
and spices store, or grocer.
Yes.
And worst comes to worst, if you don't have anything like that in your neighborhood, you can always go online.
Right.
That's just all,
Yes.
not a problem nowadays with the internet. You can get anything shipped to your door, right?
I'm going to take it off because I don't want you to cough, but it will look like this. You wait till it is brownish, reddish brown, then you're ready.
Understood.
So I'll just take it off.
Okay.
And then I'll set this pot. Okay, so what we really do with this is we take this masala and then we take some coconut, fresh coconut, or if it's coconut flakes that you get.
Just not sweetened though.
No,
Nothing. Okay.
Nothing on it.
Okay.
And then you take a cup of fresh coconut with this, add some water, and we can use, can I show some curry leaves?
Absolutely.
Here's some curry leaves. This is fresh from my backyard.
Oh, look at you.
So put some, usually what the children do is when I put curry leaves, they just put it out.
Okay.
So I trick them. I put it in the blender and I grind it.
Wow, that has such a distinct smell to it.
Yes.
Oh gosh, it almost smells like something's cooking in the kitchen. There's like a cooked quality to it.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So good, so good. Okay.
So what we are going to do is we have this paste. We are letting it. We can cook it a little higher. This one now that we have enough water.
Okay.
So after we cook, it kind of mashes up with the spoon, but you don't need to mash. You want some chunks in there.
Okay, so leave a little bit of texture, but mash a little bit. Okay.
Yes. Now there is another ingredient. It's called tamarind. It's sour.
Very, very bitter.
Yeah,
right.
And it's good for, I heard, blood pressure and stuff. It keeps it good.
Okay.
Steady. So this one, you add some hot water.
Okay. Is that like a dehydrated paste? Is what that is, or?
It's actually real tamarind.
The pod itself.
Yeah.
Oh,
pod
okay.
itself that they have collected. They have de-seeded it and sell it, but
lots of seeds.
Yeah,
right.
Or instead of this, you can use tamarind paste also that they sell in bottles.
Right. Okay, that's what I'm most familiar with.
So what I did was I took the tamarind, I put some hot water to it, I took the paste, the water from it 2 or 3 times, squeeze it. So I have that water right over there.
Oh, all right. So we're not using the actual bean. We're going to use the water that came from it.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I got it. Okay, and then this I'm going to add to this pumpkin stew.
Okay, the tamarind water.
Tamarind water. Okay, nice. And then what we will do is we'll allow it to cook for a couple of minutes.
Okay.
A few minutes.
When do we add the masala to it?
Just when the tamarind boils, this water, you go step by step.
Okay.
So let the tamarind cook a little bit. It loses its raw flavor a little bit.
Okay, gotcha.
And then you add this, and then it will cook for some time.
And this is?
This is the coconut masala paste.
Oh, that's what it looks like after it's all done.
Yes.
Wow, it almost looks like eggplant or something, almost like roasted eggplant.
Yes.
Okay.
And now, while this is happening, I also have planned to make yams potato curry.
Nice, okay.
And this is simple, so we can start that.
Let's do it. So a little bit of coconut oil. Do you use more coconut oil or more ghee in your cooking?
Yes, I do use coconut oil. Where I come from, it's like Hawaii, tropical.
Okay.
So a lot of coconuts and stuff. So I'm using a little bit of coconut oil.
Okay.
And then same thing, I'm going to use my spice. I can't function without this.
I was going to say, right. And the thing is, when you go to like the Indian stores and you see, it's one of those things where I could just go completely nuts because they have the ones that are like really big too.
Yes.
I want one of those.
Yes. So I'm going to add some mustard seeds and some cumin seeds. And I'm going to cover it because it's going to splutter.
Right. Okay.
So another thing is I have chopped some yams and potatoes.
All right.
And I have kept it in water so it doesn't change color.
Right, because the potato wants to go brown.
Yeah.
You're starting to get a little action there on the water. That's good, right?
Yes.
Nice. Okay. So how long do we need to give this?
It's going to splutter right now in a minute.
Oh, it smells
then we will
so good.
add that.
So when it splatters, you know it's ready.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then it's going to splatter more when some of the water hits it too, I'm sure.
Right.
But yeah, that smells so good. Oh my gosh. The combination of the coconut and the cumin.
Yes.
That is so good.
And this is a simple, basic curry, so it's not too complicated.
Right. No. Oh, I can hear it. I can hear it.
Yes.
There you go. It's like popcorn.
Yes.
All right, we're ready to go?
Couple more. One more second. Okay, there. You can hear the. You have to wait for the music.
I love it. There's like these rules that you know, or
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. All right.
Now you know that majority are spluttering, so now you can add it. But be careful.
It's gonna take me like 30 years to learn all these different rules. All right.
Oh. Hope you're okay.
A little bit more.
Little bit more, yeah. One more spoon.
All right.
All right.
You never know if company's coming over.
Yeah. So now we can put it on medium heat.
Okay. That is kind of medium, but
Okay.
there we go.
And then the same thing. We can add some turmeric.
Some turmeric?
Yeah.
All right. Just one little spoonful?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you can add, I have some red chili powder
Okay.
and some curry powder. So if you want to use a spoon.
Okay, just about like that.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one here?
The curry powder. It's
Oh.
optional. If you don't want to use it, you don't have to.
I love curry powder, so yeah, let's do that. More the merrier on that for
Yeah.
me.
And also you can add the few leaves of curry also.
Some curry leaves. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's such a distinct, profound flavor. I mean, it's like sometimes you have it, you don't realize how much flavor like things can add to a dish. This
Right.
is one of those ingredients. So what do you think? Like 2 or 3?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. There we go.
And then we can,
Water? Any water in there?
no, we can just mix it and it will cook dry.
Oh,
if
okay.
you feel like it's sticking, then you can add a little bit of water.
Okay, so it's basically cooking almost like a fried potato.
Yes, yes.
Interesting.
And then I'll wait for the salt because, with the salt, it doesn't cook that well because of the osmosis or something.
I gotta
So
tell
I'll
you,
wait till the end.
I gotta tell you, I made a dish close to this on accident.
Oh,
I mean, one day I was making fried potatoes to have with a meal, and I was like, you know what would be really, really good with this is if these crispy potatoes had a curry flavor. And I just kind of combined curry, and it was delicious.
Yeah.
Delicious. So
Yeah.
not quite as, the steps and
Yeah.
some of the ingredients, but very close in terms of flavor and what I think you're going to wind up with. Okay.
so same thing. We have to, during commercial breaks when we are watching TV, we just stir it.
Watch a
couple
lot of
times.
TV in your house.
We do one program and do 3 dishes.
That's great.
And then now we can start adding this.
This is our coconut and our masala. Okay.
Coconut masala, so we are adding that.
Well, you
And-
definitely win an award for one of the, some of the most interesting dishes we see here on Community Cooking.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
really,
I've seen other
really-
chefs making such great dishes.
Right. I mean, but you really, in terms, I think, of like the American palate and some of the ingredients we're used to, you really are, go outside the box with it. But I love it. And it's,
right.
Nothing's all that, exotic in terms of you're not going to find it in this country.
Right.
And, not, like you said, not that hard to prepare.
No, not that hard to prepare.
And it's the type of stuff that actually requires you to kind of do other things while it's cooking.
Yes, yes.
I'm going to give this a little. Oh, now I got
sorry.
it. Now I got it. Oh. Wow.
Maybe we can lower it a little bit more.
I think so.
Also, meanwhile, I'll check the rice.
Okay.
So here, yeah, it's also coming up.
Okay.
So yeah, it's almost cooking. It's almost there.
Interesting.
So after you wait, you can, what I usually do is I put the towel and then drain it.
You showed me that trick.
Yes.
Where when it cooks, you put the towel underneath it.
Yes, yes. But
Underneath
this one,
the lid?
This one, because it has a hook in it, so I'll just put it on top and drain it.
Oh, okay. 'Cause
Yeah.
see, what I do is I show that trick that you showed me to people. And
yeah.
like, that's genius. And I was like, no, it's been doing it in India for hundreds of years probably.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, the towel underneath the lid so that when the water evaporates, the steam doesn't collect and drip back down.
Right,
It
right.
sits on that towel.
Right.
Yeah, love that. You just got to make sure that you keep the towel up and away from the burn.
Yes. And then what we can do is once the coconut masala,
Okay.
Once the coconut masala has simmered in, give it 10-15 minutes,
Okay.
Once it has simmered in, then you add this lentils.
Okay.
Cooked lentils. Cooked mashed lentils.
Every single thing you need to survive is in this
In
stew.
this. It's like, I saw a program where they said G bombs, like eat greens, beans, onions, mustard, berries and mushroom maybe.
Okay.
So in this, you get half of the G bombs at least. You get the lentils and the veggies and the spices, and it is low calorie,
And fairly inexpensive.
Fairly inexpensive, and it is filling.
Feed a lot of people, right? Filling. Feed a lot of people to stick to your ribs, sort of. Yeah. You can feed a lot of people with that.
Yeah. We can add the salt right now.
Pink salt.
Yeah.
All right.
This is the pink Himalayan salt.
Yes, this is good salt right here.
Yeah. So we can add a teaspoon or so.
There we go. Okay.
And then I'm going to put this on the side.
Okay.
And
do you still need this flame here, or should I turn that off?
no, I can use it to splatter the mustard.
Oh, you're gonna do that? Okay.
Yeah. So I just minimum heat.
Look at you with all your little.
And a little bit of oil.
And you want me to put some mustard in there for you?
Yes.
You got it. There you go.
I'm going to use the lid so it doesn't. So I'm going to turn the stove off.
Okay, now that that's done, when we get the stove out of the way. So
Okay, I'll lift this up.
Beautiful. Give you a little bit of room over here.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and I will
And
do
then
the same thing because you've actually had all of these dishes we've made today
Yes.
cooking and done.
Yes.
Because weren't you saying it's kind of nice to have it sit for a little bit?
Yes, yes.
It just brings out the
Yes,
flavors?
the flavor, all the spice gets, it needs to.
Sure, it's like a good chili or a good pasta sauce.
Yes, it is better the more they sit.
Okay, so.
So we can add it.
All right, these are our potatoes.
Yes.
And what would you just do? Now, do we add this to that? Or no,
No, we can just add some chopped cilantro to the
cilantro
potato.
to that, that's right. Okay.
And I'll chop cilantro for both of them.
Beautiful. Look at that
But
nice
I will let you add the spluttered mustard seeds.
to the lentils,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And the reason behind it is it will keep the food fresh for a long time.
Really?
Previously, before the pre-fridge days, the food is going to get spoiled quickly, especially in hot climate.
And that's how they would keep it fresh?
Yeah, because it's like acts like a film that the air does not get contact with the food. And that keeps it preserved for a long time. So
interesting.
So now we can add this.
There's our rice.
Yeah, and I let you add some to the
Yes,
pumpkin curry.
please. Never have too much cilantro, right?
Yes, yes.
Oh my goodness.
And then the last thing to do is I'm going to drain the rice.
Right, because we have the
which
drink.
We talked about it.
Can I start making myself a plate?
Yes, please.
That would be wonderful. All right, let's see what we've got here.
So I put some towel, and I'm using a spaghetti pot. So here.
There's our potato yam curry.
Yes.
And then, let's see, do I have a spoon for the, oh, it's over there in the other pot of lentils. If you could hand me that spoon, that would be great.
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
Here you go.
And should I put that on top of the rice?
Yes.
Okay, so rice down first then.
Rice down first.
All right, let's do that. Okay. And then our lentil and pumpkin curry.
Yes, and then I'll give you a drink too.
Look at that. That's beautiful. It looks so healthy too.
Here, Kirk, I'm putting some milk to it and some coconut palm sugar.
Okay. And is this something you could drink cold too?
Yeah, cold too or warm. It's kind of hot now, so I'll wait it.
Yummy. That's so good.
Here it is, but it's really hot. I'll wait for a little bit.
Okay, that's all right. This is so good.
Oh, thank you. You like it?
I love that.
Oh, thanks. And then here is the rice.
Wow. Okay, that's the rice that we've drained.
Yeah. And then on this rice, you can just add some ghee to it. And it gives more flavor.
Right.
And
just let it sit probably for a few minutes so that it dries up. And,
yes.
Okay, let me try these potatoes and yams.
Okay.
Those are delicious.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if I ever want to do fried potatoes without curry again.
No? Okay.
That's so good. This is delicious too. Once again, I mean, so hearty.
Yes.
So hearty, but you know, you could probably like serve this like room temperature as well, right?
Yes.
It wouldn't have to be hot.
No. Usually the rule of thumb is cook and then let it sit for at least 15-20 minutes, you know. And then you let it cool a little bit, you know. This may be a little hot. If you want, you can take a little and
why don't we do
blow it and then drink it. That way you're not, I don't want your burned lips or something.
Oh, it's delicious.
You like it?
It's like Indian horchata.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Serrata, so great. I highly encourage y'all to make all of this. This is really delicious, and you are wonderful as always.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for watching Community
Thank
Cooking.
you.
I'm your host, Kirk Leins, and catch us here next time.
If you would like a copy of the recipe seen on this show, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the Office of Cable and Community Relations, 3350 Civic Center Drive, Suite 200. That's in Torrance, California, 90503. Be sure to note the show number and the date you saw the show. And don't forget, you can find all the fresh ingredients used on today's show at the Farmers Market. Visit the one here in Torrance at Wilson Park. They're located at 2200 Crenshaw Boulevard. They're open every Tuesday and Saturday from 8 a.m. until 1 p.m., rain or shine. And if you'd like to be a guest on our show, give us a call at 310-618-5762 or email us at communitycooking@torranceca.gov.